Hello, everybody. My name is Vikram Rawal, and welcome to Chat Trap with Vikram Rawal. This show is powered by DIllistan, and I'm glad to welcome you again to this show. This show is basically all about welcoming new guests, new exciting guests who come over, talk to us, and learn. And our audience is able to learn so much from them. And today, the guest we actually welcomed last week had to come again, thanks to the wonderful, amazing internet. This guest had a lot of problems talking to us last week. His name is Rijul Victor. He's a musician and also founder to Corridors. Corridors is his sole electronic project. Now Rijul was to perform and he was also to talk to us last week, but because of a lot of internet problems, I repeat, he had he was not able to talk to us properly. We welcome him again and we would like to talk to him. Before that, I'll again introduce and give you a nice introduction about him. Rajul has been a judge to the ECA trials, as he has also uh, played. He has also been his music has also been played at the Magnetic Field Festival. He's also played at Weekender, and he has also been featured in Rolling Stones. That is a magazine which everyone knows. It's an amazing magazine which is known to the youth as well. And there's a lot more we would like to learn about Rijul. We would like to chat with him about. There were some conversations जो बीच में छूट गई थी, which had been left in between, and now we would like to talk to him and understand more about the music world, understand how you can actually get into music, understand how you can, choose music as a career properly, and how what is the process. I'd like to welcome Rijul now and see what he has to say.
Hi Vikram.
Hi Rijul, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
Yes, we meet again. Thanks to the wonderful internet, as I mentioned to the
Ab-
audience, we had a little
ab-
disturbing interview.
yeah, we had a lot of issues last time with the internet. So hopefully
Fingers
today
crossed.
everything's gonna
Fingers
go smooth
crossed.
today. Yeah.
So how's everything?
Everything is the
How's been the week for
same.
you?
It's been pretty much the same. There is not much to do besides making music, finishing older projects, and yeah, scouting out for like new things to do because with the lockdown you can't play shows anymore.
Yeah.
So so like trying to like figure out how to expand new work horizons and keep
Mhm.
continuing to like make music and do some work.
Definitely. And I mean, in the meanwhile, while we have entered the a new week, since the last week, the 4.0 lockdown has also welcomed us very nicely. So
Yes.
things have been changing. Let's see what happens now. So, Rijul, the last conversation we had, we did give our audience a little introduction about you. We understood where you're coming from, how Rijul Victor is Rijul Victor, and also how Corridors was formed. So, if you can just bring a little brief, a really recap of everything, very short recap of how Corridors was formed, what is Corridors all about, then we can go into making the audience understand what exactly are we going to talk about ahead.
Cool.
They'd like to know Riju a little more. Maybe the new audience, new viewers would like to know.
Cool. Absolutely. So basically, Corridors is my electronic music project. You know, like how you have all dance music. It's predominantly made on computers and a lot
Yeah.
of other equipment. So that's what I do as Corridors. I explore all the possibilities and get creative um, within that field. And
Mm-hmm.
this started because I have been a musician. I've been a drummer for about 15 years. And
Right.
in the past 6, 7 years, I've also been producing a lot of bands, recording bands. So I have my own studio. So since I was already producing music, I felt
Mm-hmm.
the need to make my own music. And I did not want to like, get into another band because I already had a band and I also wanted to just do my own thing. So
Nice.
this was like electronic music is a means like you don't necessarily need anybody. You can just
Mm-hmm.
be at home by yourself and make everything on your own. So that's what I did, and turns out that when I did release my music, the people enjoyed it, they accepted it, and that's when the journey started about 3 4 years ago. Um, and yeah, like it's been a very natural sort of a progression. So Corridors started 3 4 years back, and but I've been doing music for about, you know 13 to 15 years. Yeah.
Nice. I would say more than accepted it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So, Rijul, we've heard about you being featured in the Rolling Stones magazine. I think that's a great achievement. Apart from that, you've been playing at the weekend. You've also been the judge at the ECA trials at the Delhi University. All of these things, I think, um, apart from all this, you're pretty down to earth, yeah. I mean, I see you're being pretty down to earth. You're not don't have that kind of attitude. सही है पूरा एक uh,
Thank you.
achievement का box है पूरा list है. So that's really nice. So what were you really? मतलब we did talk about the or a little about the ECA trials. You being the judge. What was the experience? What were these students doing there, and
Hmm.
what were you judging, and what was the experience like? Please tell us.
Okay, so I mean, just to clarify, what the ECA trials are is
Hmm.
basically you have your cutoffs that you generally
Yeah.
have in, but you
Hmm.
also have, like your sports ECA quota, sports quota, music quota, art quota. So whenever you have these quotas, you have to go for trials. So in my
Okay.
case, I was called by Delhi University to judge the music trials, and there are like about 2 300 students that come, and these trials go for like 2 3 days, and it's
Okay.
really hectic. It's really hectic because, and it's also kind of weird because you have to select about 20 30 students from
Hmm.
300. So the ones that are the best get selected, and then, let's say you're not up to that level, so you don't
Hmm.
make it, and you break a lot of hearts, but you
Yeah.
also, kind of make a lot of dreams come true. So, a lot of musicians, it's known that aren't that involved in studies. सबको इतना पढ़ने का शौक नहीं होता. So for some special students who have the skill of music, they make it through the ECA music quota. So yeah, it was
Hmm.
an honor to, like, be called by Delhi University and judge. But yeah, super hectic.
That's great. So there must be a process to all of this. Probably students who want to go into music. You had spoken about quota. What is this process like? I mean, probably the students out there who are listening to you and who want to pursue music. What would you suggest them regarding the quota? How can they take it? How can they start doing this from school, or maybe even if they're in college? Are they late? When is the right time? Is there a right time or not? If you could just put some light on that.
Okay. So basically, the quota will generally work if you know how to sing or if you know an instrument pehle se, you know.
Okay.
And when you have your admissions, they have these, ECA की dates निकालते हैं ये लोग. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to just go there and you need to ask the people when are the ECA trials happening. Then they'll give you a form, and then you're
Hmm.
gonna fill in the form. And if you have any
Okay.
accomplishments, because school level पे भी बहुत सारे school competitions होते हैं. So if you've won any
Okay.
competition, then you bring all your certificates. But even if you don't have anything, you can still apply. And let's say that you did not get selected through the ECA trials, but you're still in some college. These college societies, they have their own auditions. They still, because there are so many students that have not gone by the quota. Let's say
Okay.
you've got like 80 plus 90 plus percent in your boards, so
Hmm.
you did not require a quota. And
Okay.
but then you're also, how to play an instrument or how to sing. So you have to
Hmm.
keep a watch out, go to your respective societies and ask when are the auditions happening. And
Right.
yeah, and if you fit the bill, and one more
Hmm.
interesting thing I might add, that just because you're a really good, let's say, guitarist, or you play really
Hmm.
good keyboard, or you sing really well, it does
Hmm.
not matter if they don't have a requirement. It'll be really hard for you to make your way in, because you have a fixed team. If they already have 2 3 guitarists in their band, they don't need any more. So
Okay.
either you have to be really good that you kind of take their place, or they take you in. um,
Hmm.
So this happened with me during my college days. So I was a drummer and I had won a fair amount, but I couldn't make it through a lot of colleges because they did not need a drummer. Everybody had a drummer in their band. So
Okay.
it's a very requirement based kind of a situation. If
Mm.
there is any particular member that they don't have, then that becomes a priority for that specific society to have. If they don't have a vocalist, so then they'll be looking only for vocalists. So that way, a vocalist will get lucky during the trials. So yeah, you need to keep a watch out. You need to go to the societies and ask what they want and what and when the trials are happening.
That's very useful information, Rajul. And I think all of you guys who are listening out there, this is Rijul talking to you and letting you know about a lot of things about music and how to go in music. And maybe you have questions, please, you can inbox us. We're getting a lot of inboxes, and those questions are going to be something we're going to be discussing about as well. There are two main questions which I would like to bring up today, and the rest we'll try to answer them as soon as possible. But before that, we also wanted to come across this question where we were talking about the last thing we were actually talking about was underground music, as it suggested, as your genre is a little different, and it's mostly was or is played on in underground music. I could be wrong. And what are the places where these gigs are played? Of course, the lockdown is there, but apart from that, are there any online events? While we were talking about this, we did face a lot of glitch during the talk. So if you can put some light on that, Rijul, as well, if we, where all of these people, all the viewers can get to know how can they watch these amazing gigs, the kind of music Rijul has been playing, or out of the group. Where can all this be seen? Where does this happen in Delhi and NCR?
Okay. So basically, I'll first tell you which are the physical places where the shows used to
Okay.
happen. Then I'll tell you where you
Okay.
can go online. So one of my favorite venues in Delhi is Oro Kitchen and Bar and Summer
Great.
House Cafe. So this is at Aurobindo Market in South Delhi,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you also have the Piano Man Jazz Club, which is in Subjo Enclave. They
Mm-hmm.
also have another branch which is in Gurgaon,
Mm-hmm.
32nd Milestone, the 32nd Avenue, I think. So they
32nd
predominantly
milestone.
Yeah, so they predominantly do jazz, but Oro does a lot of electronic music, and it's non-commercial music. You will
Okay.
not if you are a listener or a lover of Bollywood or Hindi music, it's not going to happen. They
Mm-hmm.
strictly they offer the odd forms of music at their venue.
Mm-hmm.
There's this other place called Rasta, and
Right.
that's in Park. So these guys again, they do all kinds of things. I'm not
Right.
too sure if they do Hindi and Bollywood or Sufi, but they have like a lot of interesting electronic music that gets hosted there. There was this place called Turquoise Cottage that shut down, and
Okay.
so the problem is there are very few places that host these venue kind of music, but
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately they shut down. So but then Oro and Summer House and Rasta are the ones that have been there, and that's like a two go-to
Wonderful.
place.
Those are the proper physical places before the
Yes,
lockdown to the world as we had known.
yes, exactly. And in terms of online, it's kind of tricky to go and search for it because you have to like follow either the musicians, and there is no
Okay.
unified platform that does it. But there are some platforms that are taking the initiative. So we all know VH1. So
Of
VH1
course.
India, if you follow them on their Facebook or Instagram, they
Mm-hmm.
have been bringing on a lot of electronic musicians, indie musicians. There is
Okay.
this other agency called Skillbox. They have been hosting a lot of online shows. There is this other. You can follow this page called Wild City, and
Okay.
so they also basically Wild City is a publication, is an agency that talks and covers underground music, electronic music, all forms of non-mainstream music.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very interesting page to get started. I would recommend going to Wild City, and you will find they have their monthly selections of releases that have happened in the industry. So every
Okay.
month you will discover like 20, 30 artists and music, and through these
Mm-hmm.
artists, if you go to their Facebook pages, you will you will get to know about more artists. So it's like a web. आपको एक जगह से शुरू करना है, but you have to find your own way and uh, get to the right
But it's
places.
possible. In the end, it's possible. You can make your own calendars, search for these places, and accordingly follow them. You'll get notification reminders, etc.
Yeah,
So all of
yeah.
these events are for free or they're paid as of now. Are they being
As of
paid?
now, they've all been free. But since I don't think because of the lockdown and the pandemic,
Okay,
live shows are going to happen till 2021.
of
This
course.
year,
Yeah.
2020 में कुछ नहीं हो रहा. And that's a given. So now they're doing like proper online concerts and streams. They've
Hmm.
Skillbox has started. They're doing one show with Parik and Singh, and so you will have to purchase your tickets online. There are new platforms that are coming up
Okay,
that will allow you to, like, how you would go to a show and buy tickets. The same
like an
way,
app or so. Hmm.
yeah, same. They'll give you a link. You go, you buy your ticket, and you get access to the show. But
Hmm.
then it's happening slow, not at a very big scale, but it's happening step by step. But it
Nice.
started.
It's actually interesting to know from the horse's mouth, from the industry expert, because that's actually a shock to a lot of people out there who are listening to you that probably 2020 is not the right time which will actually cater to you with events. 2021 is probably the time when we can actually expect something to happen.
Yeah,
It could be a shocker for all of you, but I guess that's the way it is. That's the way we have to be safe, and that's the way probably everyone is going to organize events. Online is the way for now. Um, is Book My Show also doing these events? Probably Book My Show is
I am not
showing these.
sure, but I'm not
Okay.
sure. But then, as I believe all these agencies are going to integrate, you know. So
Mhm.
let's say Wild City all these agencies have their websites, so
Okay.
they will start a streaming server, at their own end.
Individual marketing is going to be happening.
Yes,
Mhm.
independent servers are going to be established. It's already started. Uh,
Everyone is Atmanirbhar now, basically.
Everyone is Atmanirbhar, yes. And I forgot to mention, you must also, if you want to understand and explore again more like underground forms of music, you should go and check
Yeah.
out Reproduce Artists on Facebook. So they have some
Reproduce artist. Okay.
yeah, Reproduce Artists. They have some really crazy streams, performance art, and it's just not music. It's a lot of things. You get a lot of information through that. It's pretty crazy.
Okay.
So I'm already warning you.
Perfect. We get the warning, and I hope the audience gets it too.
Yeah.
Apart from that, great. So all of these events, when you've been performing physically there, or maybe you're online, you're called by VH1 also, as you had mentioned. So ये ना वो डीजे वाला सीन तो नहीं हो सकता ना जिसमें you come and request there is a particular genre which will be played, or am I wrong? ये जैसे ना you guys come and say oh भाई DJ play this track and all of that crap. So वो नहीं होता होगा ना यहाँ तो मतलब यहाँ होता
Not,
है वो भी
not at all. Not
नहीं
at
यहाँ
all.
पे this is something you play.
Yeah.
You come up with a genre
Full
and calendar already at place
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
promotion, yeah, and that's how you play. You can't come and request and say boss birthday,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not the standards you follow.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, you brought up a really interesting point because काफी सारे audience की और listeners की जब हम clubbing जाते हैं or we go out to celebrate or we just go out to party on a Saturday night, Friday night, you
जो
know,
कि होता है which is fine.
yeah, yeah. And what happens is that how do I explain this? So basically, there are two kinds of DJs.
Hmm.
One that takes requests very happily,
Hmm.
that he
Yeah.
has been hired by the venue, the restaurant or the bar or club,
Hmm.
that he will take requests and he's very happy to play those requests for you. But
Hmm.
then there are some places where a DJ will not take your request because that's just not the setup. He
Yeah.
will he is performing for you. Uh, he's he's showcasing new forms of music, and
Hmm.
you should just be probably open to it. And I would recommend that if you don't like it, then don't create an issue. It's really horrible. It's happened to me so many times that I'm performing and somebody is like, play Kajarare or play some Bollywood
Oh,
song, and I'm
okay.
like, you know if you can tell there is no Hindi music being played, this venue does not allow it. But then they keep bothering you, and then the bouncers have to come, and sometimes fights happen.
Oh,
So
God.
I mean, I think the audience should probably respect the artist. Imagine if there is a classical performance happening. Nobody's going to go एक टिश्यू पे लिख के मेरा एक क्लासिकल गाने की रिक्वेस्ट बजा दीजिए. You respect
Mm-hmm.
the artist, you respect the stage. And I feel since a lot of DJs do take requests, थोड़ा confusing हो गया है लोगों के लिए कि कौन सा DJ request लेगा या नहीं लेगा. But a cool
तो
tip is that
ये lack of information कहाँ पे आ रहा है? Is it because of the promotions where the description of the event is written is wrong, or the way it's promoted, or probably people are not reading this? They're not reading this. They're not getting the right information. Somewhere is the lack. कहीं तो आ रहा है.
hmm, मेरे हिसाब से see it's like आप ना कहीं लिख नहीं सकते कि like no request. Some venues actually they have started writing that we do not take any requests. And
Hmm.
even at the DJ console लोगों ने अपने बोर्ड लगा रखे हैं, no requests, don't enter.
Hmm.
So but then the confusion is that the whole clubbing culture is it's very varied. बहुत
Hmm.
टाइप के डीजेज हैं. like I said कि अगर आप एक क्लब में जाओगे, like I have gone to clubs,
Hmm.
and pubs where a DJ is more than happy to take a request, because that's
Right.
what exactly he's been hired to do, which
Hmm.
is to serve the patrons. And
Hmm.
but some places these DJs are performing, and it's a performance, it's not a request based situation. So whenever you go out any place, maybe ask the manager or ask your server, your waiter, okay, or does this person take requests,
Hmm.
and like you see, like if you check out some bands, a
Hmm.
lot of bands that are playing in pubs, they sometimes announce that we are happy to take your requests, but आप stage पे मत आओ. You can tell somebody, you can write on a piece of paper, or you can follow us on our page and and send us the request that you have, and we'll do
Hmm.
it. But when a musician is not telling you that, I will recommend don't do it.
Right.
It's really disrespectful. And it if you keep pestering, it pisses off the artist. So just ask the management, ask the manager, or ask the server. They will tell you whether this particular artist will take the request or not. But it's not clear.
Okay.
It's not mentioned anywhere that, not everywhere at least, that you can or cannot.
Great. I think that's a lot of useful information again. Ritual, I think we can go on and on. We have a limitation to the show hours, but then there are so many things I can learn from you and the audience as well. Moving on, there are two questions which I would love to ask you. One is from Saltos. Saltos is his name. He basically came up on our inbox and he mentioned a very weird thing which I would like to discuss with you. I don't know if this is happening in Delhi. It hasn't come out yet, or it may have. You may have been doing this in the industry. कि ऐसा कुछ होता है. Now this guy has been getting. He has a band. He's not revealing things, but he's saying I do have a band, but there's a specific issue I'm facing. He's saying that I've been playing, but recently I've got two good locations. Where, I mean, two good venues where I've been playing with my band, and wherever they are,
This I feel is pre-lockdown, right?
this is pre-lockdown, of course. So जो भी है pre-lockdown का ही है, but the story, of course, is a little different as
Okay.
this guy is saying. So what he's trying to say is कि मैं जब वहाँ play कर रहा हूँ, शुरू कर दिया था मैंने pre-lockdown में. These guys, there was another band which was playing there already, and they were in a contract. Now these guys have started bullying him कि तू कहाँ से आ गया बे? Like तू कहाँ से आ गया? तू कौन है? ठीक है, तू
Okay.
मेरा यहाँ है already. It sounded very filmy to me. ये यूजुअली फिल्म्स में होता है ऐसा कुछ देखे है सीन
Yeah.
कि भाई तू कहाँ से आ गया एंड ऑल दैट निकल जा यहाँ से ये मेरा है मैं इसको जानता हूँ बहुत साल से कर रहा हूँ अभी तू नया नया बच्चा है छोड़ दे इस चीज को और समझ समझ जा बेटा अभी फालतू में क्यों पंगे लेने
So
उसको
basically,
इनबॉक्स फेसबुक पे आए
this band is bullying this guy who has
या
kind of a contract or something, or
ऑलरेडी
like,
एस्टैब्लिश्ड वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में ऑलरेडी खुद है लेकिन अब इनको लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं पहले टेस्ट किया होगा ये पूरी स्टोरी में टेस्ट किया था पहले बट उसके बाद शुरू कर दिया एंड दे हैव बीन ट्राइंग टू से कि नहीं तू कौन है बच्चा है अभी तू जा हमारा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इनके साथ तेरे को यूज कर रहे हैं ये लोग
So
बस
is
ये
this
कह के
so this Saltos guy? So is he? Has he got the contract? Is he? Has he started to
नो
perform?
नो
Oh, he has not.
दिस इज नॉट रिटन दिस इज नॉट रिटन अबाउट द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ही सेइंग ही वाज ऑन अ टेस्ट पीरियड उसके बाद उसको परफॉर्म करने के लिए चांस दिया है दे आर हैप्पी विद हिम एंड दे आर गोना गो अहेड बट द
Okay.
पर्सन हु इज ट्रबलिंग वो कह रहा है मैं ऑलरेडी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में हूँ तो ये तेरे को दे आर जस्ट मेकिंग फन ये अभी बोल रहे हैं तेरे को बस यूज कर रहे हैं
Okay.
ये एक
Okay.
स्टोरी है जो इसने लिख के दी है इसको रिवील नहीं कराया उससे ज्यादा अब ये मुझे थोड़ा वियर्ड लगा और मेरे को पूछना था कि क्या ऐसा होता है क्या इस चीज से कई लोग डर के पीछे हो जाते हैं इज इट एक्चुअली हैपनिंग
Mm, okay. This is a very interestingly strange story, but I think it is kind of true. I believe the guy who's saying this. See, I'll try and explain it like this. आप चाहे कोई भी इंडस्ट्री ले लो, आप फैशन इंडस्ट्री ले लो, आर्ट्स इंडस्ट्री ले लो, मूवी इंडस्ट्री ले लो, music industry, there is always competition. You know, um, imagine, we've always heard of stories when you're a new, like you're a fresher or a new newbie. आपको क्या कहते हैं, you get bullied, and I am against bullying, and bullying is absolutely disgusting. But in a real
या
world scenario, ये होता है, and it's quite awful that's happening. See, the only issue here is, from जितना मेरे को समझ आ रहा है, is that the band is losing its job. वो भी यहाँ पे अपना पैसे कमाने आ रहे हैं, वो बजाने आ रहे हैं. And अगर जैसे कि Saltos is a new guy that's come in, and let's presume अगर उसको chance मिल रहा है बजाने का, so that means he's probably better than the already existing band, or there is another chance that he is charging lesser money than that band. That's also a very interesting thing. So, but देखा जाए अगर वो band की नौकरी जा रही है, तो they should just take it, sportingly, and not bully this guy, because it's not a fight, it's not school. And if they have, like, it's like an office. आप office में जाते हो, आप, आपके कोई better employee आता है आपसे, and you don't get promoted and he gets promoted. So
या
you will personally not like that guy who got promoted, but it's not ethical to trouble that person also.
बट
Yeah.
डू यू थिंक you gave an example of a workplace. Now, employees at a workplace and a band playing in a particular venue. Do you think there's a difference? And can a legal, I mean, employees do have their employee rights. Do
Uh,
bands also have their employee rights? Can they take legal help? Is that in this kind of a case?
See, in if you have see a lot of bands, I have a lot of friends that play in pubs and they play regularly. So a lot of times you do have to have a contract. You
Hmm.
know, कि suppose आप 6 महीने के लिए यहाँ perform करोगे, या फिर आप एक
Hmm.
साल के लिए करोगे. But I'll be very honest with you, majority venues कोई contract नहीं करते हैं.
अच्छा.
सब सब मुंह पे बात होती है. आप उनसे मीटिंग करने जाएंगे रेस्टोरेंट में, बार में, you will meet the
Hmm.
manager and he'll probably tell you, chalo, for this amount of money for every show, we'll have you once a week, or twice a week. So it's a
अच्छा.
very informal sort of a thing.
Hmm.
And there are sometimes, so a couple of years ago, 5 6 years ago, I used to perform at Farzi Cafe. I used to play every Wednesday, you know
Okay.
and then I used to also perform at the Oberoi Trident in Gurgaon. I used to
Hmm.
play there twice in a week. And one day what happened, one of the owners of Oberoi, I mean, like, I think the vice president, I don't know his name, but he was Mr. Oberoi. So he
Yeah.
came and saw a drum kit at the bar, and he told the general manager that this is not according to our aesthetic and our brand. I want this
Hmm.
drum kit and this DJ concept removed. So when the owner
Okay.
came, even the general manager का कुछ say नहीं रहा, and I
Hmm.
lost my job there. So even though I was on a contract and I was getting paid, but sometimes you're not you're not getting paid as like a payroll, but you're an added service. you know
Hmm.
and and this is another thing, थोड़ी गुमलेबाजी है ये, but 98% times venues जो होते हैं वो legally कुछ पेपर पे नहीं करते हैं. And 98% times अगर कोई issue होता है payments का, you have to just keep running after them. So
Yeah.
payments के पीछे भागना is the worst thing. It's a nightmare for every artist. and that's there because
You,
you
you're not pinpointing at any venue right now for payments right now.
uh I
Let's
mean,
not forget it.
let's not let's not get into it, but I would say like there are places that everybody goes to, that I'll probably just name this one venue because there are about thousands of musicians that I know that these
Let's not
people.
let's not
Let's
take
not.
names. It's okay. No.
Okay, cool. Cool. So there
Right?
are a lot of places. There are a lot of places that scam the artist, you know,
Okay.
and they will tell you to come play a show, and then they will tell you कि आपको हम show के बाद पैसे देंगे, and that's what they say is the standard procedure. And
That's
then आपको
something to be
बोलेंगे,
very cautious about for all the beginners out
yes,
there. And if you need help and you need to ask Rijul about who they are, how you need to tackle them, how you need to talk to them, please let us know. We'll let you know how the right procedure is. And Rijul, we also have a question from someone saying, Rijul, I'm very fond of your music. Please guide how to let my 8-year-old pursue music, keeping the lockdown in mind.
okay,
That is the
okay,
first question we have on the comments right now. If you can let us know. 8-year-old. That's very interesting. I think this is a very good age to start with and be
absolutely,
amazing.
absolutely. I mean,
What do you suggest?
it's a apt age to start music. At this point, a lot of not a lot, but a
Mm-hmm.
few music schools are giving online services for lesser amount of money, and
Mm-hmm.
that is one way to get start. Just to get started, I will recommend अगर आपको शुरू करवाना है आप करवा सकते हैं, but for a child of that age, having a teacher teach you in person is
Mm-hmm.
very apt. It's
Right.
very important. Like imagine आप किसी बच्चे को एक पेन ब्रश पकड़ना कैसे सिखाओगे जूम कॉल के ऊपर, या फिर
हाँ.
आप किसी एक बच्चे को गिटार पकड़ना प्रॉपर्ली कैसे बताओगे जिसको नहीं आता. एंड
Hmm.
सपोज majority केसेस में अगर किसी पेरेंट को आता है तो वो हेल्प करते हैं, बट अगर किसी पेरेंट को भी नहीं आता, so the child will not know what is happening, so you are paying the person. And so it's a very tricky kind of a place right now because instruments are something that have a lot of techniques involved.
Hmm.
So if you just want to try it out and if it's not too expensive, and then you have not much to lose, you can give it a shot, and you can probably discontinue it. But I will recommend that just expose your child to some more music YouTube videos, and wait for the lockdown to completely get over when there is some relaxation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Ideally, you should have a teacher जो आपको one on one आपको सिखा सके.
Great. Perfect. I think that's a question is answered for you, Neha. Thank you so much for asking. Then the other question is, do you think YouTube is a good platform for freshers? If not, then what all online venues, according to you, are good to start with?
Okay.
So I think she's asking in terms of uploading videos and showing it to the world.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
man, YouTube is the best place at this point, and
Okay.
it's been there for God knows how many years. Like
Mm-hmm.
20 years or something. It's just get started because you don't have to pay any money. Everybody has excellent. सबके पास पता नहीं कितने 50-60 megapixel के phones हैं. You don't need anything. You know, just put your videos on YouTube. And this is the thing with quality content. अगर if your content is great, you will increase your viewership. You will increase your fan base.
Yeah.
एंड बस आपको एक चीज माइंड में रखनी है, इट्स नॉट अ ओवरनाइट सक्सेस स्टोरी. अगर आपको लग रहा
Yeah.
है आपने एक दो वीडियो डाल दिए और आपके 10,000 5,000 फॉलोअर्स हो जाएंगे ओवरनाइट, इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट.
Hmm.
देयर इज इवन यूट्यूब इज आल्सो लाइक अ इंडस्ट्री नाउ. वो भी एक बहुत ही competitive जगह है. एंड यू
Definitely.
हैव you have to be at the top of your game. But if you have any talent, even if it's not music or if it's anything, there are so
Yeah.
many cases आपने देखा है कि home cooking, there are ladies, mothers जो घर से अपनी जो recipes है बना रहे हैं, and उनके pages have reached million views.
Oh
Nobody,
yeah.
you know, so
बहुत हो रहा है.
basically. और एक चीज तो मैंने भी अंडरस्टैंड करी है, और काफी मैं ये चीज देखता रहता हूँ यूट्यूब पे. दे से when you want to start something, आप views का मत देखो कि कितने लोग देख रहे हैं और आपको कहाँ जाना है. I mean, have it at the end, at the back of your mind, कि okay, I would like to have my viewership increase, but
Yeah,
don't just focus on that. Focus on creating quality content. आप
yeah,
अपने creation पे आप focus करिए and just keep doing it. And you have to be very consistent. If you think you're going to put 10, 20 videos and you're going to become some famous YouTube star, it's not going to happen until
not
and
at all.
unless you are an exception, you know.
Or you abuse the shit out of everything.
Oh yeah, or like you try and do anything, you promote it, market it, uh, but yeah, you have to just start.
Yeah, that's true. Great. I think that is also answered. So we have Siddharth Patel saying it's a grind.
It's a what?
Anyway, it's a grind, he's saying.
It's a grind. What's a grind?
I don't know what he's trying to say something.
I mean,
Anyways,
like being in the lockdown is like, oh, the grind is like yeah, it's a grind to like make it big. It's not
like that. Okay,
it's not a cake, it's not a cup of tea or like a piece of cake. Sorry, I'm mixing
like
my
that.
words.
Okay. So there's another question which we have. This is from Rayan. Right? Rayan is he's in second year. That's what he wrote to us, and he also mentioned that he's trying to pursue music. He is going. He's trying to go for a particular genre, but what's currently what? I mean, that's something we can talk about later. But the most important thing right now is that my mother has been the most supportive in this journey, but my father is not actually giving his support to this decision. He's trying to just say कि ठीक है, आगे करते हैं, उस पे बात करते हैं, but he's trying to ignore it. Uh, of course, वो बेटा है, उसको समझ में आ रही है कि मेरे डैड सपोर्ट में नहीं है. Mom support कर रही हैं. She's ready to talk to his dad and आगे कैसे करना है. She has a plan. She's been talking to a few people. But even if there's one family member who's not ready and supportive, that to a father, then it becomes kind of a veto thing for that individual. Break down हो जाता है. So these kind of situations, I don't know if you face this. If you've not faced this, that
I
great. That's great.
I face this personally.
So that would be great because I think you'll be the best person to actually make this guy understand. It's a very similar situation in the if so. Then what
I
would you
mean,
say on this?
so I've had a very similar experience in my life.
Mm-hmm.
This happened, I think, in 2009 when school had just we had graduated from school, and you know every parent is trying to understand कि आपको क्या करना है, क्या pursue करेगा, क्या course करेगा, किसमें graduation
Okay.
करेगा,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the case. But before I get into that, I'll just tell you a thing before I start that. Uh, Whatever had happened with me came like a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at that point in time, I did not realize what is expected of me, but what eventually happened is the best
Mm-hmm.
that could have happened to me. So I'll explain that what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
So my father has a restaurant, and I personally wanted to pursue hotel management, and or or maybe go to like Delhi University and do some course. But then एकदम से
Mm-hmm.
मेरे को दिमाग में बत्ती जली. I was thinking about क्या करना है, and I'm like मेरे को music करना है, and
हाँ.
this was something that my father did not particularly want me to do, and
अच्छा.
and for me I was like मैं यही करूँगा. मैं बहुत बढ़िया सोचा था, and they weren't really happy, but what it kind of established was that it made me work really hard to make them proud of what
Okay.
I'm doing, you know. So what happened, my father, who was not being supportive, is the most supportive parent at this point in my life right now.
That's
Both
good.
my parents are like, I can't tell you how much they support me, and if they
That's
won't
really
support
good.
me, I
Okay.
wouldn't be able to do this. But this wasn't the story when it started, and the only
Mm-hmm.
reason why, you know, they s- they have been supporting because they have seen that there is a little potential, and the idea is that your parents just want to safeguard you,
Mm-hmm.
and music is not considered as a प्रोफेशन स्टिल. एंड ये
Mm-hmm.
बात बहुत ही अजीब लगती है बिकॉज ये लाइन बड़ी टफ है, बट अगर देखा जाए तो बाकी इंडस्ट्री से कंपेयर्ड ये काफी अनसर्टन है. एंड
Mm.
ये चीज मैंने रियलाइज करी है, जो मेरे ख्याल से माय फादर वाज ट्राइंग टू लाइक एक्सप्रेस, जो मुझे समझ नहीं
Mm.
आई थी, बट नाउ आई गेट इट. दिस लाइन इज very competitive, and it's very it's not it's not a fixed kind of a route. कोई एक रास्ता नहीं है कि आप यही करोगे तो अच्छा ये करते रहो एंड आपका हो जाएगा. इसमें
Mm.
infinite amount of ways हैं that you can grow in this career. And I
Yeah.
think this was something that my father was probably trying to safeguard me from. And the fact is that this person, whoever, I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting his name, you know, if his mother is supportive, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're awesome. But
Mm.
I will tell this person that you just need to again focus at what you want to do. Even if your father is not being supportive of your music, prove him
Mm.
wrong. You know, prove him wrong. You know, do more than you should have. You know, this is like a reason for you to do, give your 200%. You
Mm.
know, and when you will do things and you will have some achievements, and you know, because हमारी society achievements के around based है. You know, जब
Mm.
आप कुछ करते हो तो our parents feel really proud. And I mean,
Yeah.
I would say do something, try and excel in your field, and your father will see that, you know, if you have the talent and if you are what you think you're worth, then there is no way in hell that your parents can not see the true potential. So your work is that don't get distracted by your father or somebody not supporting you. Just please, you know, put your focus straight and, you know, go towards your goals. And you know what, because see, and then one more thing I'll add, I have so many of my friends that did not do music because
Mm.
their let's say their entire family was very against it. They wanted them to be doctors or engineers and stuff, and
Yeah.
they gave up. And now they're really sad and shit. But the thing is,
Mm.
there are a lot of people that I know that kind of fought with their family, and now their parents love them. They're the proudest of their children because, you know, they just want to see results and they just want you to be
Yeah.
successful in life. And becoming a doctor or engineer kind of gives you more scope, but it's bloody boring, I suppose. And everybody is doing it. And if you think that there is no competition in engineering, man, it's bloody crazy. You know, it's mind-boggling. So there is
It
competition
is.
everywhere. And if you believe in yourself that okay, I have a feeling कि मैं इस music में घुस सकता हूँ, I want to give it a shot. You know,
Yeah.
please give it a shot. You never know whether you'll be the next big thing. किसी को नहीं पता होता. सो कभी हाँ, और एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स आपको भी नहीं पता होता कि आप में कितना टैलेंट है और आप में कितना स्किल है. सो
Right.
आई वुड advise just please start and don't think about the bigger picture. किसी को पता नहीं होता. You just have to get started. Don't get
अच्छा,
distracted.
किसी को अगर कैमरा फेयर है, अब यूट्यूब जैसे बोला बहुत अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है, हमने कहा किसी को कैमरा फेयर है, वो सामने नहीं आ पा रहा, ठीक है, वो परफॉर्म नहीं कर पा रहा, उसको इश्यूज है कैमरा से सामने आने में, कोई ऑडियो रिलीज करना चाहता है, सो व्हाट आर द वेज टू शो ऑडियो, कैमरा फेयर कैसे हटाएं, बहुत चैलेंजेस आते हैं फैमिली के अलावा. चलो ये रेयान के लिए हमने क्वेश्चन आंसर कर दिया, बट इसके अलावा बहुत इश्यूज आते हैं लोगों को. म्यूजिक एज अ करियर लोगों को, ठीक है, इंडिया में प्रॉब्लम होती है, थोड़ी बहुत तो होती है, आई अंडरस्टैंड, बट उसके अलावा खुद के भी प्रॉब्लम्स है, जैसे कि कैमरा कैमरा
Absolutely.
फेयर हो गया,
Stage
यूट्यूब का
fright.
अपलोड हो गया, स्टेज फेयर हो गया, और ऐसी बहुत सारी और चीजें विच विल स्पेंड अबाउट
Anxiety,
5 minutes टॉकिंग ऑन,
confidence issues,
है
public
ना.
speaking issues.
हाँ, सो ये चीजें
Uh,
भी तो है विच यू मस्ट हैव आल्सो फेस्ड, एंड
absolutely,
शुरू
absolutely.
शुरू में आती हैं, कैसे ये चीजें कैसे हटाएं ये लोग, क्योंकि आवाज बहुत अच्छी है, बाथरूम सिंगर शुरू होते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत एप्स पे गा लिया या कुछ कर लिया, या सिंगर होता है कोई ड्रम पे प्ले करता है, ड्रम्स घर पे एक सेट तो रखा हुआ है, लेकिन आगे दुनिया को कैसे दिखाएं यार, वो एक
Hmm,
इशू आ जाता है. सो ये
hmm.
चीजें कैसे ये लोग बाहर आए इन चीजों से,
Okay.
यू मस्ट हैव
Uh,
डन मिस्टेक्स, यू मस्ट हैव गॉन थ्रू थिंग्स, सो ये पूछ रहा
Absolutely,
हूँ.
absolutely. I mean, again, this is very personal to me. So, when I had started, you know, in school, जब हम स्टेज पे
अच्छा.
जाते थे तो हाथ कांप रहे होते थे. घुटने हिल
हाँ.
रहे हैं, मतलब किसी को पता लग नहीं रहा है, बट हाथ कांप रहे हैं, पसीने आ रहे हैं, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है. The only way to like fight your fears is to face it.
हम्म.
If you're scared of going in front of the camera, you have to do it. Otherwise, you're not going to get ahead. There is no other way to fight your fears by, to face them. If you're going to run away
Hmm.
from it, it's not going to help you. But one more thing is, जो एक natural progression होता है life में, that uh, there are people don't talk about failures, and failures as a thing are one of the best teachers in life.
Hmm.
uh, if like, it becomes, because your failures will become your success story.
Hmm.
My failures have become my success story. I have lost so many times. It's not like, but like, log sirf jo aap jeette ho wo yaad rakhte hain. you know
Hmm.
they don't think about how many times you've lost. So the thing is, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be a little vulnerable. If you don't have confidence, believe in yourself, just work on your craft. But you will gain confidence on your own. ये मतलब,
Hmm.
all these things, right, जो हमारी बात हो रही है, ये सारी चीजें ओवरनाइट नहीं होती हैं.
बिल्कुल.
जैसे कि मेरे साथ भी नहीं हुआ था. मैंने पता नहीं, आई बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, मैंने पता नहीं 500 700 800 शोज बजा लिए होंगे अभी तक, मे बी
Hmm.
मोर. एंड इवन नाउ, लाइक, स्टेज पे चढ़ने से पहले थोड़ी घबराहट होती है. यू नो
Hmm.
हल्का सा फियर होता है. बट वो फियर, ये होता है कि आप जैसी स्टेज पे चढ़ते हो, आप, वो फियर चला जाता है, बिकॉज यू आर हियर टू डू समथिंग. यू
Yeah.
नो and if you look at any like YouTuber, अगर आप उनके videos देखेंगे, don't look at the most recent videos, look at the oldest videos, and you will see that they are not the same person. They don't have that same confidence. They don't have um, the same attitude, or they're looking at the camera and इतने confidence से सब लोग बोल रहे हैं. ये ऐसा
Hmm.
नहीं होता है. Everybody starts. आप जीरो से ही ऊपर आगे उठते हो. आप हमेशा प्रोफेशनल नहीं बन जाते किसी चीज में. And जितने
बिल्कुल.
actors हैं, if you look at actors also, there is a growth. एक ग्रोथ का प्रोग्रेशन होता है. आप,
Hmm.
ये नहीं होता कि आप बस कैमरे के सामने गए. एंड फॉर सम पीपल इट्स एन एक्सेप्शन. ये
Hmm.
दो तीन कुछ एक्सेप्शंस होते हैं, बट यू हैव टू जस्ट स्टार्ट. यू हैव टू फेस योर फियर्स. एंड अगेन, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन ओवरनाइट. तो आप करते रहो. And one day you will realize that you no longer are scared of the camera. I used to be scared
So
of cameras, but now I love cameras.
perfect. That's good. You're following your passion and you're asking everybody to follow their passion. और दूसरा एक मेजर पॉइंट नोट करने के लिए ये है जो रिजुल ने बोला है कि 10-20 वीडियोस डालने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. ठीक है, आप करते रहो. ठीक है, टिकटॉक पे भी लोग 10-20 वीडियोस बना के थकते नहीं है. उसमें
Yeah,
बनाते जाते हैं. राइट.
I
करते
was
रहो. कीप ऑन डूइंग इट.
sorry. I was, I'm sorry to cut you. I was watching this
No.
video. I think he's the highest paid YouTuber, and I think he's not an Indian.
Uh-huh.
His name, I'm forgetting his name, but I'll tell you his story. Like, he, for 2 years वो videos डालता रहा, and कुछ नहीं आया था. And for 2 years उसको सब लोग बोलते रहते थे. उसकी मम्मी बोलती रहती थी कि what are you doing? You're crazy. Go get a job. And
कुछ कर नहीं
now,
रहा है, पैसे तो आ नहीं रहे हैं.
exactly, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. And ये same चीज, I think, वो Carrie Minati guy, who is, I think, India's
हाँ हाँ
biggest,
हाँ. या
and
अभी उसकी एक वीडियो डिलीट हुई है.
या उसने काफी गालियां वालियां दी थी. आई थिंक उसकी वीडियो सही रीजंस के लिए डिलीट हुई है, बट या
उसने जो भी किया ना, he again made a video. I saw this video yesterday. He made again to talk to people about his video कि डिलीट हुई यार, मैंने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था, ये क्यों हुआ. उस वीडियो पे 4 करोड़ व्यूज हैं विद इन अ वीक. 4 करोड़, लाइक क्रेजी.
आई मीन, सी, वही वही बात है ना, कि अगर आप कैरी मिनाटी को भी एनालाइज करोगे, तो उसके, he did not grow into this YouTube celebrity overnight.
या.
He barely had any videos. वो ये था कि वो मेहनत करता गया, अपना कंटेंट डेवलप करता गया. एंड आप, and then you end up finding your own market. you know
Hmm.
so it's very simple, as easy as that. But yeah, so I was telling you about this YouTuber story. I
Yeah,
just completely. So his
please.
mom was like, "Okay, stop this, stop that," and now this guy has hired his mom to work under him. This guy makes multi-million
Okay.
dollars a month. The
Hmm.
All his videos, none of his videos have less than 10 million views. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Every video he
Nice.
puts out has an average of 10 million videos, but that did not happen overnight.
Hmm.
There are only two ways to success: consistency and persistence. You just have to keep doing it, keep doing it. it does not happen overnight. Every
Of
person
course.
जिसने सक्सेस पाया है वो it has been a case of मेहनत. Okay, now we're not talking about जुगाड़ and family connections and all of that. वो भी होता
Oh,
है,
that's
but
a
this
separate thing. वो भी होता है. But
but
even then, you have to work hard, yeah.
exactly you still have to do something, and दुनिया को पता लग जाता है कि क्या genuine है क्या नहीं है.
Perfect. Very nice. I think we had a very deep conversation today. It was really great. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. हमारे पास unfortunately time नहीं है अब.
That's
And
good.
हम अपना
We didn't have
yeah
any internet
बिल्कुल.
issues today. Smooth.
It was a great show. I think we have a last question saying from Neha again. She's saying it's the same with my daughter. She can sing and act in the house and says to record her videos. I send it to everyone, but she won't perform on stage in her school. So, what is the suggestion for her?
Can
Like,
you repeat the question, please?
sure. She says, same is with my daughter, like the case we were talking about. She can sing, act in the house, and says to record her and sends it to everybody. You know, they send the video in the family, सबको भेजते हैं, सब करते हैं, but she won't perform on stage, in
Hmm.
her school.
Hmm.
So, at that age, probably on stage का फेयर तो I mean, हमें अभी तक होता है, तो उनको तो बच्चे हैं अभी, ऑब्वियसली होएगा ही थोड़ा, बट उसको अभी से ही किस तरह से ट्रेन किया जाए ऑन स्टेज आने के लिए इज व्हाट शी इज आस्किंग मी.
I mean, my advice will be not to take it too hard on your child to begin with. They're only 7 or 8 years old, and
Yeah.
जो reason उसके पीछे है that they are comfortable in singing in front of you is because you're their family. They're very
Mhm.
comfortable around you. They don't fear you. And that same person वो भी स्कूल में जाएंगे तो वो सहम जाते हैं, दूसरे डर जाते हैं. Now
Exactly.
the point is, अब वो बच्चा अभी सिर्फ एट्थ क्लास सॉरी 8 years का है.
8
अब
years.
पूरी जिंदगी बाकी है, इतनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज
Yeah.
बाकी, वो इतनी बार स्टेज पे जाएगी. एंड
Yeah.
वो डर, जितनी बार आप स्टेज पे जाते हो, वो डर हमेशा थोड़ा 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 कम होता रहता है. एंड वो
True.
इंसान को खुद रियलाइज हो जाता है दैट यू नो ये कोई प्रैक्टिकल फियर नहीं है. सो
Very true. I think Neha
जिस
needs to understand this that 8 years is a very young age, and I also feel this कि it's almost like getting your daughter prepared for IIT
या या या
immediately.
या
So अभी थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखिए आप. हालांकि कैसे करना है क्या करना है, I think we should wait for some time. Rijul has explained everything pretty well. Mr. Sagar also says that on the comments, and it's going really good. Everyone loves your philosophy and your thinking, Rijul. We appreciate you have
थैंक यू.
opened up on the show and brought up so many things. We are very we are glad that you came and shared a lot of things with us. For a lot more information, you can also watch the previous episode. But however, this one is more elaborated, more in details. So yeah, thank you so much, Rajul. It was a
Cool.
great
Oh, before we
conversation.
go, thank you. Before we go,
Is
I
there
just
anything else you would like to add in the end for people who would want to, who are scared of performances or they want to go ahead with this? Please.
sure, sure, absolutely. Before I do that, I just want to tell you, like, if you want to check out my music, and अगर आप जानना चाहते हो कि what is the form of music I make and other
Yes,
forms of
we were
artists,
coming to that.
you can
Yes,
go and look, you can just go to facebook.com/corridors official, and there is this platform called SoundCloud. It's like a YouTube. It's like a YouTube for music only. And SoundCloud pe also I'm known as Corridors, and you can Google my name and find a lot of music. If you're on
perfect.
Spotify, you can look for Corridors. But yeah, and to answer your last question, from whatever what I have learned so far and I have observed from other people who are successful, uh, and I've been saying this throughout my video, nothing happens overnight. You know,
Yeah,
don't look at the big picture and get scared. Take small steps. ये छोटे छोटे steps will going to like cover the journey. वो बड़ी journey को देख के आप मत डरो. And one more thing, you have to be consistent. You have to be persistent with what you're doing. No success comes to anybody overnight, and if you think koi shortcut hai, I'm sorry, this is not meant for you. There is no shortcut. You can be Mozart or anybody, but even Mozart had to perform a lot and play a lot as a child. You have to just stay there at it. It's a lifelong process. It's a lifelong growth. uh, don't be scared. थोड़ा डरावना लगता है, and it is
Hmm.
understandable, but just stay at it, be focused, uh, and yeah, just be consistent with what you do. And there are no shortcuts to success, unless your
Perfect.
father wants to give 1 billion rupees to a producer and get your movie shot.
I think that's a great message, and a lot of people out there would get motivated from within. They'll get the energy now. Start, come on, guys, start uploading your videos on YouTube. Keep on doing it. As Visual says, don't
Stop being
stop in
lazy.
between. Consistent. Don't ever think that ये तो कुछ होगा नहीं इससे मैं करते ही जा रहा हूँ कुछ हो तो रहा है नहीं. No, don't bring that attitude in. Just keep on doing it. And Rijul has been doing it. He is doing it, and he will keep on doing it, right? And to listen to his music and understand what he has actually achieved, why is he has achieved, and the kind of music he's been playing with so many instruments and machines and everything together, right? How does it become different? We're going to put all his links on the video description so that you can go and check out his music. Ritual, please do share the links with us. We will definitely put them here. And
Absolutely.
it's going great. Jasmine, thank you. She says good going, Ritual. And we have many other viewers here who are watching us and will watch us. Ritual, it was great having you on the show,
Thank you.
and we wish you all the very best for all the future projects. Right? Lockdown won't stop you, I'm sure. There are going to be very much good amount of live events which are going to be coming in, and all
Yes,
the best again. Thank you
absolutely.
so much, Raju.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You take care. So that was Rajul, and thankfully we did not have any major glitches with the internet, and I think it worked fine. Please do let us know how Rajul was. If there's any question you would like to ask us about Rajul and the journey of music, if there's any question you're facing any trouble in the music industry, you're performing, like the questions we got from someone about how they're facing issues with the industry, what kind of events they are playing, what kind of events should they go for, what are the kind of venues they should go for in Delhi NCR, because these kind of musicians have experience. All of them are actually going ahead to venues which have actually helped them to grow, which have helped actually helped them to gain experience. They've been interacting with all the marketing teams, they've been interacting with the owners of these venues. The results have been coming in. So I would recommend you to inbox us, ask your questions, even if you have a child in the house who's trying to go ahead and ask, is interested in music and wants to take music as a career in future. Don't I would suggest don't force them to go into things immediately. Give them a break. Probably there are very short, small classes which can come. You can ask us. You can inbox us your questions about what kind of classes can you come in, what kind of schedules can be followed with the studies to follow music. Because see, like Rijul, there are many other people who want to continue with their career in music, right? And as Rijul also spoke about some friends of his who have not taken music as a career because their parents or their family, there was peer pressure with them. The family has been pressurizing them. So please do not think like that. If you want to actually prove some, you actually have to prove something. That's the truth. You start proving as to how this is your thing. You start proving them how you're going to get success. It's going to be an overnight. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Guys, keep on doing it. Upload your videos. You need some um, motivating motivating stuff to be taught to you, or you want to ask any questions. We also have a great lifestyle coach, a life coach on our DIllistan platform. She's Pupul. She can also guide you as to how to come out of your fears, right? So Pupul can also help you. She comes every Sunday. Now that's something you can address Pupul and inbox it to us on DIllistan. So yeah, so that's it for now. This show is going to be coming again. I think we're going to be live again on Saturday with a special guest. That's a little sooner than we take a timeline in between. But yes, Saturday is another time we're going to be coming in live with another special guest, and next week there's another special guest. We'll keep letting you know. Stay tuned to Dilistan. Dilistan is going to be coming with a lot of entertainment. We're coming up with new public figures. We're going to be coming up with new people who are going to entertain you, guys. Dilistan actually has huge plans. So keep on following Dilistan. Click the follow button with all the all first notification. That's going to help you keep updated. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for appreciating, for having a great session. Thank you, Pupul. Thank you, Mr. Sagar. Thank you, Jasmine, again. And we're going to be coming up very soon. Stay safe, stay at home. Thank you so much.